Dalena Leggieri Ebadi is she's a dancer and she's a dance teacher with HD Entertainment. One of the things she does is to organise lessons to help people with Parkinson's. Dalena, thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me, Tony.
Now, let's talk about the whole idea of teaching people with Parkinson's dancing. Whose idea was it, or more to the point, how did you get involved?
Well, we got involved basically through someone contacting us 3 years ago, wanting to learn how to dance because they had heard that, dancing helps Parkinson's disease. So it actually all started with one lovely lady named Isa Adams, and we've actually been teaching her for the last 3 years, and she's introduced us to a few of her friends who also have Parkinson's disease. And from there, we actually decided to run an independent and revolutionary dance program tailored for people with Parkinson's disease. So we actually teach Latin, ballroom, Argentine tango, partner dance classes, and we also include tap, ballet, and contemporary.
Wow.
And we found that we do a lot with them. So we found that these styles actually really help them develop their quality of life, and they love it. So we actually get the privilege to teach these wonderful people every week. And see an improvement in, their day-to-day lives. It's really great.
Give us an idea then of the extent of Parkinson's and the number of sufferers it has.
Well, it develops in different, ways for some people. So some people have lots of shaking. Some people, they find their balance is affected. Some people have, problems with, functioning.
Yep.
Okay. So it's very different across the board. So dancing just helps them kind of channel their thoughts into, movement and all that kind of stuff. It actually, we've found a major improvement in helping them actually gain stability in the way they move and coordination. And basically when they dance, the people who do shake actually shake a lot less. So, that gives us a lot of pleasure seeing that.
All right. And so the people who are turning up, have they been dancers originally? I mean, you can have there's a certain generation of Australians who, let's say, might have Parkinson's who went to dance halls when they were younger.
Of course, yes.
But then I would imagine that there'd be quite a few who had never set foot on a dance floor. Yes. So what are you dealing with when people start?
In the class that we take weekly, we have a couple of people that have danced before. They're a little bit older. They're in their 80s. They did dancing when they were younger. They went to their Saturday night, dance. But the others, we've got 4 others that did no dancing prior to us teaching them. So it's actually, it's really great to see them loving it. So, and even one of them is learning tap dancing. So that's a whole nother level as well. So it's actually really, really great to see.
And apart from, let's say, anecdotal evidence, what's the scientific underpinning of why this is therapeutic for Parkinson's sufferers?
I don't think there's any scientific proof that it is beneficial.
Okay.
We're actually, yes, it hasn't been proven.
Oh, I know what it is if you look around the internet. Dance as Therapy for Individuals with Parkinson's Disease by Gammon M. Earhart.
Oh.
It's basically talks about how beneficial it is. Ending with the words, there is clear need for additional research using larger sample sizes to examine the potential of long-term effects for dance of those with PD. But it basically it gives it 2 thumbs up.
Well, I love hearing that. That's really good. That helps us a whole heap. So that's really, really good. We've actually found that it helps the mood of the people that we teach. So they might come in feeling awful, but they leave class feeling amazing, which is our goal. That's what we want to do. So, we're very grateful that we get to offer this kind of thing to them.
And how does it work? Do you move around studios? Do you?
No, we actually have. So we start with basically a warm-up program. So we get them to kind of roll out their feet and get their body ready to move, and then we move on to what's called the gyrotonic method, which is basically similar to yoga and Pilates and swimming, which allows us to work on a different rhythmical and larger movements with them. And then we take them through, so they do a lot in class. They actually get quite busy in class. Then we take them through a bit of ballet, so they get their muscles moving through their feet and their legs. And then finally we get them into the partner dancing. So there's a whole warm-up series before we actually get to the partner dancing part of the section.
Okay.
So we really want their muscles to be nice and warm and you know, limber and all that kind of stuff, so they can actually get up and move around.
Now, as we know, the lambada is the forbidden dance. Do you have to get some sort of exemption from the council or for the state government before letting people do that particular dance?
Well, we have yet to try that one, so maybe we can in future. I'm sure they won't oppose. Right. They would love that, especially some of them. They love all those fast movements and, you know, close hip thrusts and all that kind of thing. So right. I think that would be something definitely that we could incorporate.
Right. Well, there is that saying. That it's the vertical expression of horizontal desire. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
so
that's all right.
So what would be the most popular styles there? I mean, you've mentioned pretty much everything in there. Tap and, you name it. What have you noticed one is let's say, perhaps more therapeutic than another?
Look, I really think they love the Argentine tango. I think that's a big one, because it's very dramatic. So it's, it can start off very subtle, but the movements and things are dramatic. It can go anywhere, and the music is actually beautiful to listen to. They definitely love the drama and the show business of all that kind of stuff. We make them do little performances sometimes, and they love that.
Right.
They love people clapping and all that kind of stuff. So it gives them something to look forward to after every lesson as well.
And can I just ask, from your perspective, had you had any interaction with the disease before you started these classes? And if not, what sort of insight has it given you to those who have been, robbed of full control of their body by this terrible disease?
Well, my uncle actually had Parkinson's. So he basically became quite a soft talker. He used to shuffle his feet, so his movement was really affected by Parkinson's.
Yep.
And I guess he would actually really try and, move around, but kind of didn't want to. And I think it does actually make you not want to move.
Okay.
But the key is you need to keep moving, and that it's the hardest part for them, but it actually helps in the long run. So they really need to keep moving, and I think that's why dance is such a good thing for them. So it gives them vitality on one side, and it also actually gets their muscles and their bodies moving around. It's really good.
Well, look, there are literally no end of benefits to dancing. If I could get that between the ears of my 13-year-old son and let him know how deadly he will be with the opposite sex if he knew how to dance. Anyway,
how well it would go.
Oh, exactly.
He would score some points, I'm sure.
He really would. But then, as you're pointing out, Dalena, the benefits of, getting up there and moving are, they extend well into your dotage. So now, if people want to know more about it, so somebody listening might have a relative who has Parkinson's disease and want to get on board this program, is it Australia-wide?
It is. Look, it is Australia-wide. We run our independent program in Paran, Melbourne. But for people that aren't in Victoria or Melbourne, you can visit www.danceforparkinsonsaustralia.org. There is a tab on the website that says Find a Class, and it'll have a list of all the states in Australia, and you can actually hopefully find one that's near you. Otherwise, we suggest that you contact your local dance school and also your health professional, and maybe they can work together to tailor a program specific and safe to them.
Magnificent. So just to repeat that, it's Dance for Parkinson's Australia. That's all one word. .org. So that's the right. Important thing to remember. Dalena, it's been an absolute delight to speak to you. Good on you for what you're doing. I just think it's
so
magnificent. It's a terrible disease, as we know, and anything that can alleviate it and give people some enjoyment, I just think is absolutely magnificent. So thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you for having me.
That's Dalena Leggieri Ebadi, dance teacher extraordinaire.